Hello. The newest episode.
Jeszcze raz, no
Aha. No i co miało być tak pięknie? Jeszcze raz. Once again. Hello, welcome to the newest episode of SlavTalk. Today with me in our studio, we have Mikołaj.
It's ja.
Okay. And of course, Marcin. Yeah.
Ziewa. How is ziewa in English?
Yawning?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Because it's boring.
Because it's what?
It's boring.
Morning.
Morning.
Not morning is boring.
Morning, yes. Evenings
Good morning.
are definitely better.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we have a few things for you prepared. As usual, we will have our contest.
Today we have 2 days do soboty.
And what is important with what? Hey, you need to help, not destroy. It's like was in Star Wars. You need to destroy them, not join them. This is the bad Star Wars, but still better than Disney poop. Yeah. Yeah, now we have SlavTalk with me, so yeah, new Star Wars are bad, and that's all, folks, because Disney has paid too much to YouTube for.
New is bad, and middle Star Wars is bad too?
No, the old one, so it was like the middle one, so only 3, so it's good, and from these 3, only 1 is good. And only 1, it's number 5. So, yeah.
I don't understand this mathematic.
Mathematic. Because math is racist. You don't know? Yeah, political talk.
I forgot that I need to ask Mikołaj a question about the today contest because I have a question. We have a question in our contest and some answers, and I'm not sure about the answers. Forgot to confirm if I have correct. You can read it.
O nie.
Co? Co wypatrzyłeś? Wszystko okej. Może ci powiększę.
Chodzi o pierwszy, tak?
Nie.
Yeah, this
Ale
quality.
pierwszy, tak?
Nie, ogólnie.
Okay, so this quality content by Percival.
Answer is...
Mów po polsku, to nie będą rozumieć.
Że odpowiedź może mieć więcej niż jedno...
Odpowiedź. Tak. Jeszcze jedno pytanie, tak, no.
Aha, to dobra, to jeszcze raz.
No, skup się. Concentrate.
Okej, już wiem, jakie są
To
prawidłowe.
pierwsze, bo tego pierwszego nie byłam pewna, tak? Jest okej. A to czwarte też jest okej.
Czekaj.
Co?
Teraz żeśmy zrobili wszystko źle. Zapomnijmy o tym. Bo akurat Marcin pokazał.
Co pokazał? Żeż nic tu nie widać.
No,
You can't see.
ale tak widać. Aha.
Nie wiecie, które jest pierwsze. No dobra.
Ale będą wiedzieć.
Nie będziecie wiedzieć, które
Dobra,
jest
nic nie będą wiedzieć, nieważne.
Okay, so
pierwsze. Dobra, zapomnijmy o tym, powiedz o czymś innym, a potem do tego
so
wrócimy.
you talk
To już nie będą pamiętać.
about this shit, and I want to say
Thank you,
for
Marcin.
yeah, yeah, and I want to say for everybody that we see you on Percon with something special, but more about it in next week when I come back from the negotiation. Negotiation will be short, so I go. We make some deals, and so we are with our stand. with our store, and we'll be playing something very special prepared with Percon and Percival and someone else, special for you.
Yes, really special things, and I can't wait to tell you guys and to play this something we're preparing.
Yeah, so you need to buy tickets very fast because, like always,
There's
limited
amount of people we can have on this concert.
On this concert, it's like 1,700, maybe less. So buy the tickets, 3-day tickets. Then when they say where our special show will be begins, you have like 20 minutes to book the place, because it's like 10 to 20 minutes to book all. And it's like 40,000 people on Percon, so
yeah, exactly. So before we meet there, now I just remind you that we have in our store still pre-sale of LANDE t-shirts and Baba Yaga t-shirts.
Baba Jaga.
Baba
Baby
Jaga.
Jaga. Baba Jaga.
Baba.
Baba Jaga.
Baba Jaga.
moment.
Marcin will show you how awesome those t-shirts are. And just to remind you, we have them in lower price until the March the 2nd, and you can order your size. Be sure that your size, we prepare for you your size, because later we will have them in sale, but we're not sure if we will have all sizes, especially the bigger ones. So if you want to very great design by Kasia Chatbot, as you can see, all sizes apart from the smallest size, women's size, because the print is too big, unfortunately. So.
And the red.
No. And the red one is so amazing. I want this one.
And
I really
pre-sale
like this.
and in
Bloody Baba
March
Jaga.
the 2nd.
Yeah.
So it's like
1 week.
2 weeks, or
No,
I think
1
it's
week.
1 week.
It's luty. I don't know in English. So and it's
February.
28 day. Right now.
No.
Yeah, 28 is
23rd.
Monday. No.
Ah, so what? No, today is 23rd.
I say that this month have only 28 days.
Ah, because it's shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
So Monday is 28.
30 luty, mój dzień.
So only one week.
Yeah, and let's pre-sale still.
Yay.
A to Lesz jest do końca, tak?
And Baba Yaga too.
Baba Jaga tu też?
Yes.
Kurde.
A co? Miałeś jakiś plan, żeby sobie kupić, ale nie masz kasy jeszcze na razie?
Tak. No bo mam wypłatę 30 lutego.
No.
Jak zwykle, zawsze mam wypłatę 30 lutego.
As you can see, Mikołaj showed the t-shirt. We've already showed you that we have them, but now some of you maybe already received. Yesterday you sent the first package.
Yes.
Okay, so probably not, but tomorrow maybe first of you will receive. Finally, will receive VIP packages from Slava for Koncert. As we've started to pack them and send them to you. So tomorrow I will continue to pack it and send it to you. And I'm really glad that we can finally do it, because you've waited so long time. And the t-shirts are really nice. I think this design is really nice too. Okay, so maybe now, today I will tell you something, because we have this Baba Yaga t-shirt still in pre-sale. I I want to tell you something more about Baba Yaga because 2 weeks ago I was talking about Baba Yaga, and after this, or short before the episode, the last one, I found out that in Gniazdo magazine there is an article about Baba Yaga. So I read it, and now I just want to share some information with you about Baba Yaga, additional information from this article. But maybe that's later, and now I will tell you something about the first song that we will play for you today, which is, and now I don't know how to pronounce it. I haven't checked this pronunciation, unfortunately, because the first song is Fjara by SÓLSTAFIR, an Icelandic band formed in 1995, which used to play black metal. But nowadays they play music strongly influenced by alternative rock and post-rock. The name of the band is the Icelandic name for crepuscular rays, or so-called god rays, which are sunbeams that originate when the sun is just below the horizon during twilight hours. What else? In 1999, which is the year we were formed to our band, they started to work on their first studio album, the same as we, apart that we recorded our first studio album in 2009. Oh my God! In 2009.
Yes.
Our first studio album. Reakcja pogańska. The first Reakcja pogańska.
No.
No?
First była A4.
Yeah, right.
2004?
6? 6. Okay.
No, źle, bad. 2007. 2006 was first demo A4. W ogóle first demo in 99 was Moribuka. Next is 2001 demo Tutmesztekal, yes. In 2006 was demo, które nie wyszło. Mam je na dysku. Demo Two Faces. And second demo A4. And 2007 we published demo, first album.
First official album.
Yes, first official album.
Recorded in our studio still, but that was the first album that was not demo album.
Yes.
Okay, so back to SÓLSTAFIR, or whatever the name
SÓLSTAFIR? Oh my God. Really?
So?
I know the name of the band. I think
Because they played black metal.
No, they
beginning.
never play black metal. They play like black metal for... No, they play black metal for girls. So, like...
for
yeah,
for me, for example, because I like this kind of...
Children of... What do you like?
Old Man's Child.
Old Man's Child, yeah, something like, that is like...
Very cool band, very cool music.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
But I understand this, how do you call it, segregation for black metal for girls and black metal for boys.
And black metal for old men, very old men.
And child.
Dla staruchów, czyli Merciful Fate and Destruction.
Which is not even black metal.
Jak to pierwsza fala black metalu? Na wszędzie mówią, że to jest pierwsza fala black metalu. Celtic Frost, Destruction, Merciful Fate, Venom. I like Merciful Fate and Venom and Celtic Frost. Celtic albo in Polish Celtic Frost.
In Polish?
Yes. No, wszyscy Polacy mówili zawsze Celtic Frost.
Dobra, back to SÓLSTAFIR.
SÓLSTAFIR.
Jak?
No, I don't
SÓLSTAFIR?
know. When it's hey, you go on to watch the show and I say I like black metal.
Ursula Marcins, Pink Black Metal, yes. Pink Black Metal.
Yeah. Okay, so in 2011 they released the 4th album, but the first album that successed commercially. So their 4th album hit the charts in Finland. And then the 5th album from 2013 was the biggest commercial success for the band. They hit the charts in Switzerland, Austria, Germany, and Finland. And from this album comes, Fjara, the song that we're going to play in a moment, comes from the 4th album from 2011. So now, Fjara. I forgot to tell you that I won't sing this in original language again. Sorry for that, but you know, it's difficult, too difficult, and we don't have. I just don't have so much time to practice this. So, in English. Dobra, jeszcze sprawdzę dla kogo. Ale znaczy pamiętam, ale jeszcze wolę sprawdzić, żeby dobrze, tak jak myślałam.
Switch, yes?
Yes, please.
I'm switch.
Proszę? Of course. Dobra, for Słowianin, dla ciebie, Słowianin, piosenka. This is the farthest I will go. Never the same again. Defiled path calling me. The day I run from life again. If I win this one time, it will still be the end of me. My belief that nothing ends well. This is the end for me. Day and night, heart was uneased. Broken wheel, frozen smile. Riding on, heart pumping tears. Day and night I walk alone. This is the farthest I will go. Never the same again. Divine path calling me. The day I run from life again. If I win this one time, it will still be the end of me. I believe that nothing ends well, and this is the end for me. Day and night, heart was on knees, broken will, smile, riding on, heart pumping tears. Day and night I walk alone. Okay, so
Black metal.
black metal. Yeah, but that was the song from the fourth album, which was not black metal at all.
And then before it was like, I think it was like very similar, but maybe they have more drums or something like this. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I never listened to it, so I don't even know. But when I hear the name, it was like.
But you
no.
know the name, which is quite,
Yeah, because they play very often in Poland, like with Satyricon, Mayhem, and I think the guy on drums sometimes Hammer play, but not very often. I think maybe they was on Brutal Assault when I beat or something like that. So that's why I know the name.
Cool. What are you doing, Mikołaj? Okay, so maybe now time for our contest. As usual, you can win 50% off promo code to our store, and also the last one of Gniazdo magazine, the last
Book.
the last
Book magazine.
The last egzemplarz, jak jest po angielsku? Egzemplarz. The last piece? Nie, the last...
Oh, The Last of Us. Okay, go.
The last... Never mind. So you can win this plus promo code.
The last
and
book.
The last book. So the question is... No, bo mi się coś zaznaczyło i teraz chyba, no...
iPad
Okay.
and pad.
In which of the mentioned bands Mikołaj used to play? A. Insect buzzes in the grass. B. Rivendell. C.
Joe Abramowicz.
Joe ABC. D. Denethor. And E. Vilgefortz.
Oh my god.
A kiedy przyjdzie czas, ja powiem to magiczne słowo, ale nie teraz.
Yeah. And you know the rules. When the Mikołaj says start, then you who first, and it's better, you know.
Which can happen at any moment, but usually at the end of the
And
stream.
in our stream, who fast is the first.
Yes,
The last will be not first, so not this.
not this time.
Yeah.
Because it won't happen here on Earth, Marcin. Don't you know?
Don't you know? Okay, I don't know. What?
Okay, so now to Baba Yaga. As I said in the previous English SlavTalk, Baba Yaga was a character that appears in Slavic folklore, in tales, in beliefs, but not only in Slavic. All Indo-European cultures have the equivalent of Baba Yaga under, of course, various names. Baba Yaga, just to remind you, was usually depicted as an old lady, usually with wooden leg, sometimes golden leg, that eats people, especially children, and lives in the woods in the wooden hut on the chicken leg. And today I'll give you some additional information about Baba Yaga that I found in Baba Yaga Znana i Nieznana, which is Baba Yaga Known and Unknown, from Adrian Rokosz, from the article by Adrian Rokosz, from Gniazdo magazine. As one of you already have this magazine or will have,
Moment.
so you will
Sorry,
be
pan
able
Maciej, because children are gluten free.
maybe.
Jak jest coś? Coś dla mnie.
Mikołaj, something for
coś for
Mikołaj.
me. Something for me.
Yeah, gluten free. Okay, so for example, various facts about Baba Yaga, or what we know, or what are the traces of Baba Yaga in various places of Slavic, area. So, for example, in Belarusian beliefs, Baba Yaga was known as Yaginia and was considered the aunt of all witches or a matress. Jak jest mistrzyni? Jest takie słowo osobne?
Nie.
Zapomniałam sobie sprawdzić.
Master.
Jest master of all witches. In Russia, there was a story about parents who warned their son against fishing in the lake because Yagishnia, which is another, variation of the name Yaginia in Belarus. Here we have Yagishnia, doesn't like to lose her fish. So this make her some kind of a lake guardian. And although Baba Yaga is usually associated with forest, because she usually...
Not Gump, okay?
Not what?
Not Gump. With forest. Not Gump. That joke.
Nic
Forest
nie
Gump.
zrozumiałam.
Oh my God.
Dobrze.
Do you watch even movies?
With you, sometimes. But I forgot really quickly. You know that. So usually Baba Yaga was associated with forest, but in Eastern beliefs, which means, Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, and or all those areas, she was also associated with arable lands. Like, for example, in Pskov area, she was connected to some rituals or customs related to harvesting. People believed that she can take life out of plants. And so during harvest, people tried to chase her away from the fields to the woods. In one of the region of this area, they used to leave a bit of uncut wheat and decorated it for Baba Yaga to prevent her from destroying the rest of the crop. Also, Baba Yaga in many stories and tales, in those tales with Baba Yaga, very important are living water and dead water. Living water means usually water that flows, flowing water, like river, and dead water means lakes or ponds. But in the tales, those waters are used to bringing the dead people back to life, even if they are, cut into pieces. So living water and dead water is something like a magical symbol that appears in many stories. Also, there are some examples of magical spells using Baba Yaga name. Like, for example, there are some magic spells, love spells, dedicated to men, created to be used by men. In one of them mentions 77 Baba Yagas, and each one of them has 77 daughters. And the spell was, "Be praised, daughters of Yega Baba, please make a God servant," and here you mention a woman's name, "fall in love and bring her to a God servant," and here you name man's name. We've got also example from 18th century of the spell against the snake bite, where Baba Yaga is called a dull or grey viper. I already told this in the previous SlavTalk, but now maybe I add some details about Baba Yaga, like 3 types of Baba Yaga, because there was this Russian guy, Soviet folklorist and scholar, who analyzed the basic structural element of Russian folk tales. And he distinguished 3 types of Baba Yaga. One of them was, the first one was the kind Baba Yaga, which usually which was merciful to the hero, and sometimes she doesn't even put him through any tests or trials. The second one was this the one who kidnapped children and ate them, and this motive becomes more understandable in the context of rites of passage, where young people had to prove that they deserve to be part of the adult society. So in the past, those kind of rituals were really important for young people, because they had to know how to gather food, how to find them, how to not be lost in the woods. So they needed to know how to travel across the woods because they needed to find the food. But when people switched from hunting and gathering to crop production, they probably, like, those kind of rituals became less important, and sedentary life made other things important, other skills important. And because of that, maybe Baba Yaga image changed and become more mysterious and maybe dangerous, because it was related to dark forest, which was, in the contrast of the safe fields and safe villages. So that was the second type of Baba Yaga, which was the kind kidnapper Baba Yaga, and the third type is a warrior Baba Yaga, which fights with the hero of the story. Baba Yaga usually in tales gives the hero some task, and which is really interesting. It was usually that female heroes and male heroes have different tasks, because back like in the past, the gender roles were very specific, very stricted, very.
It was good old days.
So every gender, every gender has its rule to fulfill.
Nice, yeah.
So in tales, that was like in the real life. In tales, girls have some other tasks than boys, because girls usually have some task related to household, very difficult task, very tiring, but boy usually had to prove their courage. And one very interesting task was that they couldn't sleep, like they were not allowed to sleep, because they had to enter the underworld, the world of the dead. And because one of the characteristics of dead people is that they don't sleep. So this is when you don't sleep for a long time. It is how you trick the guardians of the dead world, of the world of the dead, this way you can enter the world of the dead. So yeah, that was this one. There's one Belarusian tale about one man and his 30 brothers who are looking for wives. And they go to the first Baba Yaga. There are 3 Baba Yaga, because very characteristic motive also for these tales are that there is something like tripling, like for example tripling a certain motive, or tripling certain attributes, like 3 heads, or tripling certain character, like 3 Baba Yagas. And in this story from Belarus, there is one man and he has 30 brothers. And they all looking for wives, and they go to the first Baba Yaga, but she only has 29 daughters. So she sent them to the second Baba Yaga, but the second Baba Yaga has only 30 daughters, and she sends them to the third Baba Yaga, and the last Baba Yaga have 31 daughters. So they all have their wives. So this is quite amusing story, actually. And in a moment, maybe later, I will tell you about Baba Yaga in culture, because we showed you some examples of Baba Yaga in modern culture, movies or games, etc. I have more examples of that, so I will tell about this. But maybe later, because now I'm tired of speaking. And maybe now...
Now is question.
Question.
What kind of Baba Yaga is on a t-shirt?
That's a good question. Where we have this t-shirt? Marcin, pokaż ten design. Może coś wydedukujemy. Maybe Kasia knows the answer for this question.
Yes, probably. This is Baba Yaga, która mówi czego tu.
Okay, so we can eliminate the first type, which is the kind Baba Yaga. Definitely, I think it's not this kind of. So the second was kidnapper, and the third was.
A first?
First was the kind Baba Yaga that helps, even sometimes helps the heroes, but that's not the case. So this can be a Baba Yaga that kidnap people and eats them.
Yes.
Or the third type was which fights against the hero. But probably those motives can like mix. So this can be Baba Yaga of third and second
this
type.
is the second because
Second?
In the corners you have kids that's sitting.
Where?
Yes, no.
I didn't. Okay. So this is the second type.
This is the most basic Baba Yaga.
Terrorystka.
The most basic Baba Yaga.
Yeah, this is like most common probably image of Baba Yaga, like most known. Okay, so Marcin, did you make the patrons?
No.
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 Okay, so maybe I will tell you about the second song and we play the second song.
Yeah.
Okay. The second song is quite interesting and was quite a challenge for us because it is Tool, and as you know, probably Tool doesn't play.
It's not the sharpest tool in the.
Doesn't play a very simple music. And we also play, I think, one of the most known of famous of their songs, which is Schism. I'm not sure if that's how we pronounce it.
This is not only
Schism?
one that is known.
Schism?
And
It sounds Schism?
Schism. Schism.
No właśnie, nie? Tak dziwnie. But anyway, Tool is an American rock band from Los Angeles, formed in 1990. So, long time ago. Tool has won 4 Grammy Awards, performed worldwide tours, and produced albums topping the charts in several countries. To date, the band has released 5 studio albums. They emerged with a heavy metal sound on their first studio album, Undertow, from 1993, and become a dominant act in the alternative metal movement with the release of their follow-up album, Onima, in 1996. Their efforts to unify musical experimentation, visual arts, and a message of personal evolution continued with Lateralus and 10,000 Days, gaining critical acclaim and international commercial success. Their 5th studio album, Fear Inoculum, was released in 2019. Prior to its release, the band has sold more than 13 million albums in the US alone. And I have the story, but maybe I won't tell you. You can read about them in the internet.
Now I tell you about the band. You need to use Google and then
I don't know. I always prepared a
you.
lot about the band, and then I say to myself,
Bardzo beautiful opowiadasz o tym. No. Myślisz,
So
że
maybe
komukolwiek się chce czytać w internecie?
yes, I know. I always try to find something interesting about the
Będą
band.
się potem na ciebie powoływać jak na Wikipedię.
So I don't know what's interesting about the band. Their main influence was, for example, King Crimson.
Oh.
They really like it was the main. The other was Melvins, but I don't know this. You know this.
Kasia, you need to prepare the list like with some format, because right now I don't know if the is with which category, because because it's his own category, so it's a separate category from the others.
You are Kasiopedia.
Okay, so maybe we can tell you, for example, no co ja mogę powiedzieć, no. Undertow. Nie, to jest bez sensu.
Undertale?
The name of the album, on one of their albums. I know they had some problems with censorship because of their lyrics and video clips.
Tak?
Yeah,
Tak
yeah.
mają?
So that's one thing that they were fighting with during their career.
Yeah, tell to Cannibal Corpse. So Tool need to fight with some censorship. Come on, this is like PR stand to sell more albums.
Also, I know that one of their albums was leaked to the public 1 week before official releasing.
PR stand, nothing more. They are product, Hollywood product from California. Tak, California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They moved to Los Angeles in the 80s because they wanted to. Some of them, part of them, like two of them, want to become enter the film industry, but they met other guys and created a band.
Yeah, but they make all the PR stands from Hollywood, and Cannibal Corpse was from Florida, so it's completely different part of. So
Yeah.
Cannibal Corpse was censored and everything was bad. They can
For good reason, because
they can't play 3 albums in Germany to this day. First 3 albums because it's too brutal and the covers and everything. So when they go to the tour, they need to play only the new stuff. So this is censorship, not Tool that is your video clips are too spicy, so you need to put some censorship. Then we make main clip in our big TV and blah blah blah. Come on.
I don't know. I would need
bullshit.
to
Niech to wszystko
read more.
powiedzą obie kapele Twisted Sisters. Oni byli pierwsi.
Tak? Twisted Sisters was censored
Yes.
because of what?
Because
Of their unusual look.
przebierali się za
probably.
monstrualne kobiety i grali metal i mówili uczniom, żeby się buntowali.
Yeah. So it was so unusual. Their image was so unusual that they didn't know what to do with it. Okay, so maybe I will tell you all.
A w ogóle niech to wszyscy powiedzą husytom. Ci to dopiero mieli przerąbane. Na stosach płonęli.
Okay. Schism, which is the name of the song, is known as a prime example of Tool's use of complex rhythms and changing meters. It is also well known for its distinctive bass line throughout. An extended version of the song is performed live. An extended version of song that is already 10 minutes or something. How long is this song?
Like our Tęsknota.
Yeah, and they play live. When they play live, they play extended version, even longer version of this.
Oh my god.
Which is
more boring stuff.
Zagrać extended version, tylko że nikt nie chce ze mną grać.
So you tell me if when I go to on the Tool concert, I can hear longer, double the boring stuff that they play on album? Great.
But you will never go to their concert, and you aren't going.
It's
to their
never
concert.
say never, because I can get free pass. So
I'm coming
A
with
co
you.
byś mówiła, jakby zamówili Atom Heart Mother Pink Floyd? To ma całą jedną stronę, czy tam całą płytę.
Dobrze, że już nie mogą.
40
Boże.
minut.
Ja w ogóle to wiecie, jak się cieszę, że wy nie zamówiliście tylu piosenek, jak ja się stresowałam, że wymyślicie coś takiego, że przecież...
Whitney Houston na przykład. Teraz już możemy powiedzieć.
No właśnie. Nie, bo może potem wróci i zamówią wszystkie te... Dobra, back to English. And okay, so now we can play it for you finally.
To co, ja switchuję.
Switch. Okay, so Tool 4. Rafał S., Marta Kopaniecka, Jan Czerwenka, Stary Pan Maciej and Andres Tassara. Poczekaj, to nie to. To nie to, to nie to. To jest to. Way mildew and smoldering, fundamental differing, orientation juxtaposed, set to lovers, souls in motion, disintegrating as it goes, testing our communication. Temple topple over to bring the pieces back together and discover communication. Was a time that pieces fit, but I watched them fall away, mildewed and smoldering, strangled by our coveting. I've done it not enough to know the danger from our second guessing, doomed to gravel unless we grow, we strengthen our communication. So that was our version of tool Schism. As you could hear, we didn't use the very characteristic English word, ozdobniki.
What?
Ozdobnik, musical term, because in this song, very, very characteristic for this song is those small notes that are before the main note, which is ozdobniki. Yeah, we didn't play it because of our instruments are not so sophisticated.
So it's very difficult in our instruments.
Yeah, so we have
Because on
to
electric guitar
simplify.
everybody can play tool.
I have za mało strun.
Przecież masz 5.
Dalej za mało. Starałem się jak mogłem.
Ale tylko 2 dźwięki, no. That's the trick. Okay, so Marcin, do you have our patrons, list of patrons to show us? Or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Our patrons. Czy jak ktoś mówi?
Okay, so and on the higher level, it's
Tigan. Oh, Brian.
it's only one.
Only the one left.
Smutna minka.
Karol Warzywniak is gone.
I think that's probably because of, you know what, Polski Ład destroyed him.
Yeah.
I hope not, but we understand. Don't worry. We understand that.
Okay, and new.
New. Nie, to jest nie new.
Nieniu.
Nie new.
Nieniu.
This
Nieniu
is
Patras.
an old, but he became a bit fatter.
So why it's like separate on the list?
And what do you have? What's the title of the under? Above.
Okay.
Above.
Go.
Tegan O'Brien.
Very lonely in her column.
Yes.
Karol Wawrzyniak,
Joe Abramowicz.
Stefan Zmarzły,
Pan Tejotl.
Michał Naparty,
Stephen Suferert.
Ludwin Dibold,
Klara Swobodowa.
Stary Pan Maciej,
Uwik 1945.
Rafał Stańczyk,
AG.
Andrzej Mirkuszew,
Jarosław Cieślik.
Ursula Marcins,
Piotr Wojech.
Andrzej Kluchin,
Natalia Malik.
Rafa Fafi,
Arto Chowakimian.
Marta Kopaniecka,
Łukasz Kraśniewski.
Jake Williams.
RC.
Przepraszam. Sorry, RC. Łukasz Wyrzykowski,
Bartosz Macięga.
Tony DeRoya.
Piotr Wernicki.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much
you
for
very
your
much.
support.
Thank you bardzo i thank you wszystkim tym mniejszym też.
Of course. We thank all of our patrons.
I jeszcze był właśnie Andreas Tassara 666 CRC.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Garnetto wrote, finally, she's like the queen
Yeah.
of the patrons.
Now we need to make like fake name that is higher than Garnetto, and then she need to jump one tier higher. Yeah, but don't tell her, okay? Shh.
Also, as you know, probably we're still working on
We have
preparing new.
question. What
yes.
about battle?
Mogłeś nie czytać tego pytania i by był spokój.
Chciałem usłyszeć, jak mówisz po angielsku, że trzeba się pogodzić z tym, że nie wszystko uda się zrobić.
So everybody need to wait. When we know about the battle, we tell you like the first Q&A, and this is very perfect moment to say in the next weeks the SlavTalk is off, so next week we are not here.
No battle, no problem.
No battle, no problem.
No-
now
no
SlavTalk,
program, no show, no problem,
No show,
yes.
no problem.
Nobody
next-
will ask questions,
Yeah,
difficult questions.
Yeah, so next week we don't be able to making SlavTalk because I need to go to Pozanich and talk with Pirkon about very, 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 very fine stuff. So Yeah.
We prepare surprise for you, czyli jakieś następne utwory
so they put some
i ładne wpisy.
pre-recording songs.
Okay,
Czy
so...
nie będziecie całkiem sami w środę?
Nie, oczywiście coś tam wrzucimy wam, żebyście nie byli tacy samotni.
A
Może
potem,
nawet 2 byśmy zrobili to.
No, albo nawet... Dobra,
10.
nie będę obiecywał.
1000. Ursula Martins. I always knew Teagues would be the fattest one day. Now she can order XL Percival t-shirts.
This with good intentions or something.
Karol Wawrzyniak. Someday I will be back on top.
Yeah, but we need to change our full political system and then move to some better country and then maybe it will be something fun.
And Andrzej Kluchin. Dobra, przeczytaj to, bo ja nie znam słowa.
Peasants to są... no to
Peasants.
chłopi tacy, wieśniacy no trochę. We peasants need to put our money together and become superior to the queen.
Yeah,
That's a way you could do it.
so maybe we make it like special tier that all the people can put money, and this will be like the higher, and then Garnet need to fight with them. So
Yeah.
you know she's British, so money, the pounds, the power of pounds.
Nie są w Unii, to mają pieniądze. No dobra. A propos Nowego Ładu, I have tomorrow teleporadę z Urzędem Skarbowym. Coś źle
Finger
zapłaciłem.
crossed.
Znaczy coś źle zapłaciłem, czegoś nie zapłaciłem najwyraźniej, bo nie działa to w drugą stronę raczej nigdy.
No, byś się zdziwił, jakby zadzwonili, bo wie pan, tu pieniążki czekają na pana, bo jakaś nadpłata była. Proszę podejść. Do tego. No gadamy się. Nie, no wiecie. To dobra, nie mówmy o tych sprawach. Back to Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga jest taka friendly w porównaniu z Urzędem Skarbowym.
No. So we told you about, I told you, Marcin showed you also some John Wick. To był John Wick?
Yeah.
With Baba Yaga, for example. But Baba Yaga is an inspiration for many modern creators, and it all started with Ivan Bilbin, who can be considered the pioneer of references to Baba Yaga in art. In the year 1900, he created one of the best-known images of Baba Yaga. He also created illustrations of Russian fairy tales. He was fascinated with folklore and architecture of northern Russia. And nowadays, this image of Baba Yaga is very popular. It appears in books, in movies, in games. I mentioned 2016 British horror. Don't Knock Twice, but there's more. For example, 2020 Russian horror, Baby Yaga.
Baby Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Soon is
Nightmare
new
of the
Star
Dark
Wars movie.
Forest. Można by obejrzeć. Jestem ciekawa, chociaż nie lubię horrorów, to nie wiem, czy obejrzę. No to Mikołaj, obejrzyj za mnie, dobra?
Okay.
I powiedz, jak było.
Okay.
Also, Blair Witch Project, for example, can be
I
considered
like Blair Witch
an
Project
echo of
very
Baba
bardzo.
Yaga motif because terrifying.
Iko Baba Yaga.
Eco.
Green Baba Yaga.
Because it is terrifying
Yaga.
female figure living in the dark woods and lost children, which
Baba
means
Yaga
students.
wychodzi z tej chatki i segreguje śmieci.
Baba
Te
Yaga.
resztki-
Bardzo
Resztki
eko.
po dzieciach.
No właśnie, nie. Baba Jaga wszystkie części wykorzystywała co do, wiesz, kosteczki.
This is the true green way of living.
Nature friendly.
Yeah,
Very.
to eat all.
Also, in 2016 was DLC was published to Rise of the Tomb Raider, entitled Baba Yaga: The Temple of the Witch. And Lara Croft is searching for the missing Russian research team and meets Baba Yaga riding a pestle. Also, how could we not mention this in the previous SlavTalk? Because in The Witcher 3 we have this motif because of three sisters who live at the swamps of Velen and who eats children or make some dark rituals. This is definitely some reference to the, three sisters, three Baba Yaga sisters. Also in Blood in Wine, there's an evil witch who lives in a fairy tale world and flies on a pestle too, and Witcher needs to fight with her. We have examples of Baba Yaga also in Warhammer or Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't know about Warhammer because Marcin is a bit into it.
No.
No?
No. I only paint the dolls.
Okay. But you know something about the world.
Yeah, of course I need to know, because if you want to fight with something and destroy, you need to know the word. So, and
Okay.
right now we need to fight with Game Workshop for. Yeah.
Also, which I didn't know, maybe Mikola, you know this, that Baba Yaga is a symbol of one of our voivodeship. Do you know which one? Voivodeship to jest województwo.
Voivod is the metal band. Voivod is
Ale
metal
w
band.
Polsce?
Yes. Baba Yaga. There is one voivodeship in Poland
I don't
who
know.
has Baba Yaga as a symbol, and this voivodeship is świętokrzyskie voivodeship. I didn't know that.
Daleko ode mnie.
And of course, there's a lot of controversy around it. Supporters of the church claims that Baba Yaga is a pagan symbol and it should not be a symbol of the voivodeship, especially with the Holy Cross in the name, because świętokrzyskie is like from the name, like Holy Cross, referring to this name. There are even voices that
A
the
tak, bo tam jest
land...
Łysa Góra. Tak? To tam jest?
Nie
Tam
wiem.
jest Łysa Góra.
There are even voices that... Ale Łysa Góra to nie jest właśnie związane. To jest bardziej czarownice, a Baba Jaga nie miała związku z Łysą Górą.
Ale wiesz, że
Ale właśnie to się
kitwasi.
kitwasi. To się właśnie kitwasi. There are even voices that the land of the voivodeship consecrated with blood of the patriots who died for it now is desecrated by Baba Yaga. Which is ridiculous, of course. Baba Yaga is a part of culture of these people that lives there and Slavic culture. So it's our own culture too. But it's also worth mentioning that more and more often image of Baba Yaga that is promoted is quite distorted, because unlike in old tales, Baba Yaga is very usually depicted as much younger, beautiful girl that flies not a pestle but on a broomstick, which is not like was in tales, in Slavic tales, because Baba Yaga was always old, sometimes blind, very wild too, but the word. She had wisdom, like she was smart. She was smart and smart. No. And in the previous SlavTalk, I talked like that. Probably the image of evil, like Baba Yaga who eats children, etc., is probably was distorted during centuries because of Christianity and because of patriarchy. But maybe that's not the case. The author of the article I was reading arguments against it because, and I think there's some truth to it. because like they counted that 1/3 of the tales have this present Baba Yaga as good character, and 2/3 of them are evil Baba Yaga, and somehow researchers tried to like argue that Baba Yaga was good, but then distorted. Her image was distorted. But in many cultures in the world, we have some kind of terrifying female figures. So it's like even in the cultures that was not so under influence of patriarchy, like for one example is isolated culture in Himalayas with some matriarchy characteristics, and they until today worship some various very dangerous goddesses. So when Buddhism came to to this region, it had to assimilate those elements, but like they didn't destroy it, but they at least tried to eliminate some bloody rituals or bloody offerings for these goddesses. And evil gods or disabled gods existing in human beliefs all around the world. So maybe Baba Yaga was one of them, like one of some evil mythical creature. But it was very important because people, like it was important for people for those ritual of passage. When, for example, children became adults, that is where Baba Yaga can, be like was the part of this ritual, this passage. In many tales, like children are lost, and then when they meet Baba Yaga and something happens, and after that they find new life or become to their family, but they are now stronger, they are now adult, like are not longer children. So probably maybe that's how like Baba Yaga was always this, cruel and evil. But now there's a trend to like change the image of Baba Yaga, or like or repairing of image of Baba Yaga that was distorted. Like when you Dobra, już się skupiam, już za dużo. Już mnie angielski po prostu zmęczył. No w każdym razie chciałam tylko powiedzieć, że jakby przez to, że założono, że ona była, że jej obraz był jakby zniszczony, tak, zepsuty, że ona była dobra na początku, była raczej dobrą, pozytywną bohaterką, ale przez wieki ją zepsuli, to dlatego teraz będziemy naprawiać jej wizerunek, ale być może właśnie to jest bez sensu, bo być może ona właśnie była taka i miała taka być i to było potrzebne ludziom, żeby była taka, bo ludzie potrzebowali takiej postaci też, takiej, która nie jest właśnie idealna.
Ciężko stwierdzić, że faktycznie była tam dobrą postacią. Czy to, jeżeli chodzi o historię Słowian, może była wcześniej, jak byliśmy bliżej tego naszego korzenia indoeuropejskiego. Ale to faktycznie jest bez sensu tak w tym grzebać. Teraz Baba Jaga jest Babą Jagą, jest taka jaka jest na naszych koszulkach i już.
And not only on our t-shirts, because Marcin, will you show our
Make
viewers?
Baba Yaga great again.
Czy to napisał stary pan Maciej?
Tak.
Zgadłam.
Stary pan Maciej, król sucharów. Ale jak to zostać królem sucharów? A ja and my dad jokes.
Maybe you can read us
Okay.
one of the great
Uwaga.
jokes.
There's a thin line between a numerator and a denominator, and only a fraction of people can understand that. Ja na przykład don't understand.
Czekaj, chyba kumam. Wydaje mi się, że kumam. Bo to, dobra, to... A ty, Marcin, rozumiesz? Marcin, jesteś tam? Are you there? Nie chowaj się.
Tell my joke. No joke.
So, can we show, Marcin,
What?
what you prepared?
No, because it's like there.
Over there.
What?
No to ja pójdę po to.
Okay.
Po co? Co? I co raz? Aha, Baba Jaga. We have Baba Jaga i nie zawahamy się jej użyć. Aha, że jeszcze jeden joke. Okej, I'm searching. Ale żadnego nie rozumiem. Tu jest taki, ale boję się przeczytać, bo może być... Nie, to są trudne te kawały. Powiedziałem, ale to trudne jest.
No, dawaj, bo przecież...
I twoja kamera O, ten rozumiem jest głupi strasznie, ale przeczytam. Son, which hand do you write with? Dad, gosh, neither, I write with a pen.
Faktycznie kupi.
To taki dla mnie, żebym zrozumiał.
No.
To jest joke na moim poziomie. Joke. Marcin said, joke Abramowicz. No dobra. Joke już był. Joke Abramowicz już był. Najlepsza jest ścieżka dźwiękowa.
Okay.
Everybody, słuchajcie. Jeśli ktoś chciałby, żebyśmy mu skomponowali, nagrali muzykę do czegokolwiek, to zobaczcie, jak pięknie robi to
Jakie
Kasia na bieżąco. Freestyla. Freestyla.
Pokaż tu może w tej kamerze od tego.
Bliżej.
O. Czekaj. How do you like it?
Jeszcze do siebie.
Ewe 5, 2, 4, chcę to.
Okay, so this is, as you can see, this is inspired by Kasia Chatbot design on the T-shirts that you can still buy in our store until March the
Red
2nd.
or
Remember,
white?
red and white. Yes. So this is what we prepared. Marcin prepared. I helped him just a bit. But this is just a prototype. We
Baby
will see.
Yaga.
Yes, Baby Yaga.
This is Baba Jaga.
But
Ja
I
narysuję
think
Baby Jagę,
it
zobaczycie.
looks quite nice. But we still need to work a bit.
Yeah, but this is the design for the stuff that we prepare in the future, so you can don't break, okay?
I try. No tak fajnie siedziała na tym.
Yeah. And wait,
O, ideolo. Look at this. Pokaż, Marcin, tu. Zobacz, jak zrobiłam. No nie. Du.
yeah. So
Baba Jaga kompu.
and this is like 3D design that
Zaraz przyjdę.
yeah, so okay. I don't have camera on me because it's dead. So wait, this is the design, like the 3D design, and then we'll be maybe making more stuff like this, and this is how it look before print. So this was like 1 day project. So 1 day to sculpt and make 3D models, and 1 day to print and paint to see like the prototype how it would be looking.
She said, daj mnie to dziecko.
Yeah. This will be the special project that you like. We hope that premiere will be on PyrCon 2022.
Which is this year.
Yeah, in this year. So in the 5 months, 3 months. Yes, like 3 months from 3-4. Yeah, like 3-4 months from now, you'll be know more details.
And nagła zmiana tematu po polsku będzie, ponieważ to dotyczy tylko Polski. Jeżeli ktoś będzie wypełniał PIT-a i stwierdzi, że chce się podzielić 1%, który tam można odpisać, to może to zapisać na nas, na Percivala. Kasia, chatbot, wrzuci zaraz linka. Tam trzeba coś wpisać, nie pamiętam co. Nie przygotowałem się. Percival można wpisać i już będzie wiadomo, że to na nas. I to jest takie nasze dla nas wsparcie z powodu, że jakby jeżeli chodzi o kulturę w Polsce, to gorzej ma tylko służba zdrowia. Ale generalnie to...
Nie, gorzej to mają korzystający ze służby zdrowia.
A tak, no właściwie to o to mi chodziło. Korzystający z kultury, właśnie to jest odwrotnie, nie? Korzystający z kultury mają całkiem, ale kultura się ma tak słabo, a tam jest odwrotnie. W każdym razie, jeżeli będziecie wypełniać PIT-a, to możecie na nas przekazać 1%. W ramach projektu Kultura musi przetrwać.
Dobrze, to teraz... Aha, back to English. So we play the
Sorry,
not
Pan
so
Maciej.
last song.
Yeah. Sorry, Pan Maciej, we don't make
Prelast.
video game,
Prelast.
but something with game. But this everything when we have like all the legal stuff, make it, then we can tell more.
It's just to pobudzić waszą ciekawość, which I don't know how to say in English, sorry.
It's only to...
To rise? No,
not rise.
To
tickle your imagination, what it can be in the future. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so the third song for today is JORN LANDE. Is a Norwegian hard rock and heavy metal singer and songwriter.
Heavy metal?
Yeah. There were guitars, heavy guitars. Didn't you hear? Haven't you heard?
Yeah, because for the normal people, everything with electric guitar is like, oh my god, it's metal.
It's so heavy.
It's so heavy. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're not normal because we listen to metal. So yeah, it's more like pop actually. Yeah, you're right. But he has great voice. I must admit that he has really great voice. And he is known for his work with the bands Ark, Beyond Twilight, Millennium, Vagabond, The Snakes, and most notably with power metal band Masterplan. He is also the most recurrent guest singer of the international supergroup Avantasia and has worked as lead and guest singer in several projects. Currently, he is focusing his activities on his solo project JORN. And he performed with various bands before achieving a solid career. Lande's voice, as I mentioned, he has great voice, has drawn favorable comparisons to David Coverdale and Ronnie James Dio. And this song we are going to sing in a moment. I'm going to sing, Mikola is going to play, is from the album Swing of Death from 2015. Dracula Swing of Death is a rock opera concept album released by JORN. Nie, no wiecie, to jest znowu norweskie. JORN. LANDE and guitarist Trond Holter. It is based in the storyline of Bram Stoker's Dracula. The whole album was performed live on May 2015 at the Carmoigeddon Festival
Bram
in Norway.
Stoker's in original English.
You read or
Streszczenie.
listened to? Read?
Read.
And how was it?
And co?
Dobra, grajmy. Jeszcze tylko sprawdzę dla kogo. Pamiętam, ale wolę się upewnić, żeby nie było wtopy.
Zgadujemy. Słowianin? O.
Czekaj, co ja gram? Na czym?
To przeswitcho.
Okay, this song is for Poland. Embrace your God with heart and soul. Bless me, then you killed my love. I curse my faith in the Lord from the devil's shore. I promise you a genocide, a dawn of death and fraud. I'll paint the world with the blood from the hands of your God. Betrayal and lies, there'll be no compromise. I promise you a trip to hell. Get ready for the road. The Antichrist is out tonight, and it's all from the hands of your God. Judgment Day. Now the rage is on, the devil's on a quest tonight to take you home. I promise you a genocide, a dawn of death and fraud. I'll paint the world with the blood from the hands of your God. So that was the pre-last song. And what?
And.
Sound. Przełączyło się, bo coś tak wygląda, jakby się nie...
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
yes. I forgot about switch.
And Poland, Warnice.
Werenice. Thank you.
Brzmi jak tytuł utworu. Werenice.
Raczej jak nazwa zespołu żeńskiego, śpiewającego.
Żeńskiego?
No śpiewają
Werenice,
takie
faktycznie, werenice.
takie piosenki dawne, stare.
Sprzed 15 lat.
No.
Takie typu nie było ciebie tyle lat.
To jest przed 15 lat.
No, przed 25, no. Nie,
Tysięcy chyba.
Czekaj, zapomniałem, że już jestem taki stary.
Nie, to świat tak leci do przodu po prostu.
Dobra, trudno.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have everything that you want to say?
Only I just want to mention one site that I found out about, and it's related to not only Baba Yaga, but also Polish folk tales. I found it just like by accident, and this site is called bajka.umk. Może po polsku powiem bajka.umk.pl. Because this is a site this is dictionary of Polish folk tales. Unfortunately, it's not in English. It's only in Polish. So this is
Ula can translate you. So
yeah, because he knows. She. Sorry.
He Ula.
Ul.
From now you are Ul.
So I know she
Marcin.
knows Polish perfectly, so she can translate this whole site. It's Dictionary of Polish Folk Tales, and this is like a project. The project is devoted to the Polish folk tale, its tradition, subject, form, the most popular plots, motives, and the most significant creators and researchers. The purpose of this project is to create the Dictionary of the Polish Folk Tales, which will include entries that make a synthetic view of the traditional Polish folk tales in the understanding of literature and culture's research. Published and unpublished folk tales from various regions of Poland, mainly from the 19th and 20th century, are the basis of the dictionary. And here we have, for example, I found the Baba Yaga about wpis, nie wiem, czyli hasło about Baba Yaga in Polish tales, because it is like in the angielski się kończy. Sorry.
Przynieść ci wiadro?
O, masz? Chętnie. For example, in Polish, Polish version of Baba Yaga was a bit different from the image from the Eastern Slavic tales. Like, for example, in our Polish tales, the hat of Baba Yaga rarely moves. Like, it's not on the chicken leg. It just doesn't move usually. And she can fly, but it's not usually the tool that she's using for flying is not mentioned, so we don't know what. Usually. Also, what else? What's interesting? So in Polish fairy tales, Baba Yaga eats people. So this is like typical for Baba Yaga. Before she eats them, she roasts them. And this kind of behaviors can be found... Roast them, but not that kind of roast. Not that kind of roast. These kinds of behaviors can be found in tales from Kaszuby region, Wielkopolska, Kujawy, Warmia, Śląsk regions. One very typical motif that appears in many tales is this. My daughter, human soul I smell, or whose soul smells here? And the very good sense of smell, which allows her to smell the presence of human, even when they are hidden, can suggest that Baba Yaga is not entirely human, like it's from the dead world, and because the dead world don't have any others unless a living human enters it. So that's how Baba Yaga knows that humans is somewhere around, because she can smell them. But she don't like very often can see them because she's blind. Co jeszcze? In Polish tales, Baba Yaga rarely kidnaps her victims and also very rarely helps the heroes. Our Baba Yaga is cruel, not only eats people but casts spells, drives people crazy, change people into animals or things or objects. So that's in Polish. So, in every region of Slavic areas, Slavic countries, you have another local version of Baba Yaga. You had, because during centuries, of course, those images mixed and other, for example, you mentioned with Agura and witches, it was mixed with the image of witch, a witch, typical witch. So it was it happens because that's how it works.
A nie mogę tego powiedzieć po angielsku, ale przypomniało mi się, że a propos tego, że Baba Jaga była kiedyś zupełnie inna dobra, to jest w Kajku i Kokoszu właśnie, bo tam przecież ciocia Jaga
Faktiko.
jest spoko babką i ma męża Mignata. I ona zawsze pomaga tam Kajkowi i Kokoszowi i to jest faktycznie taka Baba Jaga wcześniejsza. Teraz powiedz to po angielsku. Kajko i Kokos.
Do you understand what is coming from my mouth?
Do metalu.
Yeah, but the Polish Baba Yaga is much older than typical witch. Like the story about Baba Yaga, I think it's much older than story about the witches, like most people know, like from the
And
US
we have
witches.
źródła na to. Kajko i Kokos. Starożytna księga.
Okay, so
Ancient books.
we have everything, yes, for today.
Almost. There's one thing we should do.
So go, because we have like 20 minutes only.
Start!
Muszę sprawdzić, które były dobre, bo zobaczyć nie będę. Dobra, i co tam mamy? Martyna Kurzbę. Andrzej Klichins, C, of course. Małgorzata Morowska, C also. Andres Cesara, B.
Czekamy na wszystkie, tak?
No tak.
Aż będą dobrze.
BD. Closer.
Don't...
No, bo chcę, żeby już w końcu ktoś... No, dawajcie. BE. Why? Because.
No to co? Co mówi regulamin? Co mówią kości? Kości nic nie mówią.
AE, Z.
Come on, it's so easy.
A ty wiesz, Marcin?
I don't even listen what is the question. So
Musisz chyba, Marcin, powiedzieć stop.
Dobra, to wiecie co, ja wam podpowiem. Są 3 prawidłowe odpowiedzi, bo widzę, że...
okay, so this is the 3 in English because the people from
forgot.
Go.
So we have 3 jak to się mówi? No nie wiem, jak to powiedzieć, to powiedz ty.
Okay, we have 3
Correct
answers. Yeah, 3. So
please try 3 answers.
Są dwie możliwości, albo wybierzemy tego, kto...
Nie.
Okay.
A jak nikt
10,
nie powie 3?
9, 8, and I count down to 1 and 8, 7, 6,
Ajajaj, widzę, że za trudno
5,
będą. No strzelajcie
Four.
chociaż.
3, 2,
Czekaj,
Dobra, cicho.
One.
Chyba mamy.
and
Dobra,
okay.
finally.
Who?
The right answer was A, B, D.
ABD. So
Pierwsza
Ewa.
była Ewa, tak? A Ewa
Tak mi się wydaje.
Ewa
Ale
nie
sprawdźmy.
wygrała?
BDE?
Nie.
Nie,
A, B, D. ABD.
Abdy.
Abd.
So for my, it's Ewa.
Tak mi się wydaje.
Yes.
Bo tu było jest BDE.
Yeah. So
ABD.
Ewa
Ewa
is
Walkowiak.
Abdy.
So you
Abd.
won.
Yeah. So you know what you need to
Nie,
do.
Ewa jeszcze nie wygrała jeszcze w żadnym tym. Mam tu wszystkich
No to Ewo. You are winner. And dostaniesz gniazdo ostatnie.
And the question
Plus kod rabatowy do naszego sklepu.
And the question is always is taking place on the beginning of our stream, and then when you watch to the end, then you get chance to win 50% off in our store. So this is like the play for the people who watch from beginning to the end.
Exactly. And the question for today was in which...
played in
Yeah.
Insect Passes in the Grass i
Which
założyłem ją.
sounds so ridiculous that nobody considered this answer to be correct.
Yeah, but we talk like many
Yeah.
times on
Yes.
stream.
Yes.
And Rivendell and Denethor. Wszystkie 3 też założyłem. A nie grałem nigdy w zespole Joe
ABC.
ABC i nie grałem też w zespole Wilgefortz. Ale był taki zespół w Lubinie i ja tam nie grałem.
Ja właśnie bardzo zapamiętałem ten zespół Wilgefortz, bo właśnie ze względu na nazwę super. Bardzo świetna nazwa. Grali metal i bardzo idealna nazwa dla zespołu metalowego.
Nie wiem, czy to nie był black metal.
Od razu ci powiem, że nie.
A ty znałeś
Ale-
ten zespół?
Nie znam, ale ci od razu powiem, że nie.
A, bo
One
jakbym
ciekawostka,
grał, to byś
perkusista,
znał.
założyciel Wilgefortza, grał ze mną i z Nelką tuż przed założeniem Percivala i były prowadzone rozmowy w którymś momencie, żeby był perkusistą Percivala. Ale,
Czyli
ale
almost.
jakoś się nie
No.
pykło, ale było blisko.
No
Yeah,
dobra.
so we have 10 minutes of question, last song and goodbye.
To ja może najpierw, so first I will
Question.
read about
Yeah.
the, you read the question, like find the questions.
Yeah. You
I
read
will
about the-
tell you
yes.
about the band and the last song. But wait, okay? I will tell about the song, okay?
Okay, go.
No. The last song is TEREN. That's the name of the band, which is Ukrainian folk metal band formed in 2019. So it's quite fresh band. The song title is Pozanich. And here I have info from their official site, so I read it to you. The band consists of former members of the famous band Cult, but has a completely different approach to creating music. The songs have always been based on Ukrainian folk tunes and heavy riffs, even before it became mainstream. Before the first official release in June 2020, TEREN tried a lot of vocalists and possible band names to finally combine all the components into a decent version. And they also have a list of band members with a description which is quite funny, so I just read it to you. Guitar, Serhiy Panchenko, able to masterfully pronounce a terrifying phrase, I got an idea. Organizational processes are on his conscious too. So I think this is Mikolaj of them. Their version of Mikolaj. Keys. Anna Apoliarowa-Galchenko, the voice of conscience and common sense, the main melody maker. Drums, Roman Bilobrov. It is his playing that outshouts that same voice of conscience and reason. Bass guitar, Denis Rudenko, in addition to playing the bass, roars into the microphone. Another guitarist, Vitaly Vyshtykailo. picks at solos better than any woman can pick at her husband. Aliona Jeremina, vocals, can do an octave higher and an octave lower and almost doesn't panic. So they didn't release any official albums yet, just singles, and Pozanich is one of them. This song is about the tragedy of a person who becomes a monster against their will. Every time she looks in the mirror and sees that she turns into a monster, her life will never be normal again. Everything that was dear, hated, or even what she was indifferent to, everything will disappear. When? Soon. For a long time, forever. Everyone has their own monster. Someone is afraid of losing beauty, memory, wealth, but perhaps the worst thing is to lose yourself. So now, Pozanich.
Answery later.
Proszę?
Answery later będą.
Tak. Zagrajmy.
Budą.
Tak? Nie. Czy teraz? Marcin?
Później. Bo
To dobra,
one
to zagrajmy. No właśnie,
Okej.
bo...
Gotowy.
Dobra, Słowianinie, dla ciebie teraz piosenka.
Дай подивитись в ясні очі, чи досі погляд почете в очі, душу свою, як розтерку гляну, прірву побачу, стрімко погляну. Вечір на дворі, ніч нас топає, серце бентежне, яка латає, темне небо, зероньки вкрили, людині темні світ захмарили.
Właśnie tak coś czułam. Co? No bo też tempo takie narzuciłeś, że widzisz.
Narzuciłem, się samo narzuciło.
Dobra,
Okej,
to dawaj pytania.
How did you sleep today? Short.
Fast.
It was okay,
Too
but
short, too fast.
too short. Definitely too short, yes.
Why did you eat today?
Why? Why? To leave.
Because
there was some food in the
nowy
fridge.
ład.
Yeah.
Nie, dobra.
Still?
What did you eat today? Too small. Tu za mało.
Too small. You're hungry right now?
Yes.
Marcin?
Very.
You too.
I'm Polish.
probably.
Chłe.
Okay. Next question. Where is our question? Where is your question?
Małgorzata Morawska, what song did you listen to lately? Do you remember any song that you listened to lately? Like today or yesterday maybe? Some song.
I think, moment. Co ja słuchałem? Co ja takiego słuchałem, kurde?
Coś było. Znaczy się. Tylko co?
I listen book, audiobook.
Audiobook.
A żeby
song?
muzyka, żeby song.
Właśnie wiecie, my jesteśmy muzykami, my nie słuchamy muzyki. Nie ma czasu.
Jest. My nie słuchamy muzyki, my ją robimy.
A słucha ktoś inny. To, role są podzielone wyraźnie, tak?
I to już jest tak odwiecznie są podzielone te role. Odkąd istnieje świat. I Baba Jaga. Word of the day.
Word of the day. No dawaj, coś tam pierwsze, co z brzegu jest.
Z brzegu.
Pierwsze słowo na zi, które ci przyjdzie.
Na zi? Źdźbło.
Źdźbło, no.
A jak jest po angielsku źdźbło?
Ja myślę, że to źdźbło to musi brzmieć tak samo śmiesznie dla ludzi z zagranicy, jak dla nas ten...
Ale jest to ewidentnie bardzo polskie słowo.
Tak.
Źdźbło.
Źdźbło.
I źrebiec.
No, the most Polish
Źrebiec,
word is żółć.
Źrebiec
no
in
właśnie,
English
żółć.
is a very little small horse.
Young.
Children.
Of the horse.
Yes, and źdźbło
What?
is lonely grass?
Lonely,
Lonely
depressed.
pojedynczy grass.
I just imagined, right now I imagined, the grass with guitar and singing about his hair loneliness.
Loneliness, yeah.
Very sad.
Very
Jak jest
sad.
pojedyncze?
No masz tu calm, kulm,
Culm.
culm.
Mhm. No i dobrze, no i właśnie. Czyli mamy źdźbło i źrebiec. Albo źrebie, albo źrebak.
Baby horse. Baby
Yes.
horse.
Baby Horse, new metal band from Japan.
I jeszcze tu pytanie. Did any of original artists responded to your covers? What was their reaction? Did?
Yeah. We have like 1 or 2 response, and they say with Halama, they say, "Oh, it's good to hear my song, and it's like very nice." So if somebody, I think it's my turn. It's like this. We have like 2 response, so they are very positive, and the rest hate it. So don't wrote any response. So this is my turn.
Yes, we don't. Nie dostaliśmy respons. Nie dostaliśmy oprócz Halamy Grzegorza. Pozdrawiamy go, jeśli nas jeszcze ogląda. A reszta to nie.
They
Na
don't
przykład,
care.
ja nie rozumiem, ale na przykład Britney Spears w ogóle nic.
Co nie?
Cisza.
A to przecież, no.
Nie?
No.
No po prostu...
Jej, tak.
A Elton John w ogóle że nada.
O
No,
Michael
nie wiem,
Jackson?
No tego to by się dało wytłumaczyć.
Aha, he's sleeping with children. Okay. And now all the fanboys of Michael Jackson will be disliking, but we don't care because dislike is not visible. So bye bye.
Unless you have this special, wtyczka, nie wiem, in English.
Yeah.
Special, not app, but
Yeah, when
something
you have
smaller,
special
like you add
extension
to your
browser. Yeah.
browser,
Yeah, you
which
can.
is I did because I want to see how many dislikes some video have.
Yeah, we hope that will be in The Witcher 4, and The Witcher 4 will be coming out after the
Yes.
Cyberpunk.
We also hope our music will be in The Witcher 4. That would be cool. There's a Chrome extensions. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I use it.
Yeah, so you can watch the new trailers for the new movies and see how much they have dislikes always. So
Like, I don't know. I just like to know what because I don't know.
and if you
It's
want to
like-
see the most disliked videos, like every video, you go to White House on YouTube, and all the video that they put have like 40,000 dislikes to 1,000 likes.
O,
O, wykruty, rebiata. Spasiba большое.
gdzie ty to widzisz? Wymyśliłeś to sobie. A, dobra, jest. No dobra, niech ci będzie. But here's the question. Any idea for when the next stream concert?
No, because we try to come back to live shows, so we'll be playing live show. I think that we prepare some stuff for May, and we have some concert in the next month, and in the next month, and
And next, and the,
yeah,
and the
so-
next, and the next, and the
so
next.
we'll be more playing live. But maybe we can make like some small live streams for patrons
Maybe
only.
If do you have any time and any money, we organized prepare big show, który będzie i live, i streamowany, i w ogóle, ale to chyba nie w tym roku.
No, Mikołaja obiecanki przecież.
Okay, so Mikołaj
Mikołaj's
make
promises.
some promises.
Mamy odhaczone.
Tak.
And remember, if you want to see something very special, you need to buy tickets and then get hope to you can reserve for our show. And we have like 2 surprises. One, it's with our stand on in the place when you can buy lots of stuff, because we will be with our friend with special Witcher collection. So it will be like very unique part of our store, and we play some special concert.
Yes.
Даже на русском понимаете действительно круто. Да, и мы можем немножко поговорить по-русски.
But not today, because right now it's 10 and we need to end for today.
It's already 10.
Yeah. You're talking so long and so boring that the time is going,
I will cry
Yeah.
after that, Marcin.
I don't care.
Если сможем поехать до России на концерты, которые już 4 раз перенесли, то мы поговорим.
Yeah.
Поговорим в Петербурге, в Москве.
Moscow and 6 other towns. So we have like 11 shows, but we see how the situation will be expand later. So okay, so I think we can end for today. Remember, the next week we don't have SlavTalk because I need to make some deals. Yeah,
And
so-
we can't, of course, make SlavTalk without Marcin
Yeah.
because
But
he is so important
we
part.
prepare surprise, one or
Surprise
2
songs.
or 3 surprise songs.
Yes, of course, of course, of course, of course.
Okay, so thank you for today, and we see you in 2 weeks from now.
Yay!
Ah.
Okay, so and goodbye.